Shalom, balance, paradise, righteousness, all back up in the lab one more again, continuing the Texas series. As you can see, I have with me special guests, Lil Flex, father, artist, former Straight Profit artist, and an SUC affiliate. What it do, man? Welcome to the broadcast, sibling.
What's happening? What's happening? What's the word?
Out here, man. We did it. We did it. We got the build connected. Thanks very much. Many are called, but only few are chosen and answer. So, you know what I mean? On the broadcast now, Sibling, and we're gonna get your story out here. Um, so as we gonna do, man, let's get into this here DeLorean and let's jump back before there was a little flex, man. How let's start here. Um Where were you born and raised, man?
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio.
And were we talking when we were on the come up when we were coming up? Were we talking 90s?
Yeah, until the late '90s.
Yeah.
By '98, that's when I moved to H-Town.
Okay. So before we get to the H-Town move, paint me that picture of Cleveland, Ohio when you was coming up. What was we seeing, man? What was the environment like?
Man, the environment was treacherous for real. We had high hopes, ambitions. You know what I'm saying? Extraordinary drive, just like any normal human being. But our dreams wasn't our reality. You know what I'm saying? If you woke up tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, that was a blessing, and you was just happy you made it through another series.
Mm. So it clearly was a sweetie town where you grew up, sibling.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Um, so from a parent standpoint, was you raised in a two-parent household or was it a single parent household?
That was short lived. Up till I was in the second grade. Yeah, it was two parents, and then shit up until what, 10th grade.
Mm, right. Did that split? Because we gonna get into it, man. How did that affect you in any way? Or was it a case of, you didn't really see what was really going on because you was too young kind of thing? You just went with the flow kind of thing, or did it indeed affect you?
It did everything. I was young, you know what I'm saying, but I knew everything that was going on. You know, um, my mom's gave me a choice. Rather, but before if she ever brought anybody into my life, you know what I'm saying, or around me,
Mm,
hey, you think this is a good move, or what you think about that? What you think me and your father should get back together? You know what I'm saying? He had relocated and moved out of town when they divorced or separated.
hmm
So when we did, it wasn't like it was a new situation. I was like, shit, I know this man. You know what I'm saying? Let's give it a chance.
Give.
So it wasn't nothing foreign.
Mm. So clearly you had a good close relationship with your mums.
Yeah, most definitely. Being the only child, and so it was like a lot of special attention. We was in situations where shit, it wasn't no choices to be made. You know what I'm saying? It was
Mm,
either I get a two piece wing dinner with some fries, and I'm not gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? I just make sure my son. You know what I'm saying? You
mm.
know, you know.
The sacrifices some parents or some single parents have to make, mine, to raise their children. But unfortunately, it's tough. It creates, shapes, and molds people, you know what I mean, and gives them a real appreciation of hard work and struggle. Um, that's a plus that we can bring out of that situation. Going through it, that shit's it's hard, man. You know what I'm talking about? That a hard thing to go through?
Yeah, it's hard, but it's fair. You know, it's better that you endured certain situations at a young age, and then when you get older, you're not um, you not in a frenzy when something unusual happens, and you be like, oh shit, the lights, uh, shit, the car got wrecked. You know what I'm saying? What
Mm.
I'm gonna do? You don't be just in the fucking panic mode because you done been there, you done done that. One tree branch break. You know what I'm saying? You tie you a rope swing to the. You know what I'm saying?
Definite, man. You make the best of a sometimes a bad situation is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, it's definitely.
For sure. Okay. Um, so talk to us about the since we're still in the early ages, paint that picture regarding school. What was your school life? Was it a fun time? Like what was you doing at school?
Shit. School was the playground. you know, shit. It was just like a mutual meetup spot. Shit. You know, we had little shit where you cut class, you spend 50 cent, go to the go to the rec room, shoot ball, you know, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was shit, but then at the same time, I had the best of both worlds. You know, the good and the bad. Cause my grandparents, they was like Christian folks, pastor of the church or whatever. So the incentives was there. For every A you bring, that's $20. For every B is 10. $10, $5 for a C, $2.50 for a D, and nothing for F's. So I, my mom ain't really just happy to do what she wanted to do for me. It was rugged outbacks and pro wings, XJ 900s coming from that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then shit, when I'm like, damn, well shit, I could make some money over here with my grandparents and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when the Dion's and the Pennies and the
Yeah.
J's. You know what I'm saying? You know,
You was nice with the academics then, sibling, right?
hey, hey, shit, I'm an artist, man. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to make everything. Um, I acquired a taste for everything that they was feeding me. You know what I'm saying? So if it was English, I was like, damn, I know I want to be a musician. How can I incorporate this shit to what I'm trying to do? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
It brought my vocabulary. I just made, shit like most of the time I didn't even get graded for doing like Romeo and Juliet type shit. It was like, hey, you just write me a poem while the class do essays and shit.
Wow. Yeah, man. Shining star, man. Shining star in this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, so that's on the creative side. Are we into bowling or anything like that at school?
Um, I I play football, like I play little league football, for the East 97th Street Bulldogs or whatever. We had a nice little squad. All the way from the midgets to the peewees to the bantamweights. We done won a couple little league championships. We done lost a few, cry sweating. You know what I'm saying? And freezing cold out there in the
Yay.
snow. But if unfortunately when I got to high school, like they was trying to pick me up, but I was my growth process was kind of stagnant, and it kind of like damn, these the big dogs up here. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
been doing this. Like I'm a freshman year, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to be out here practicing all hard and shit to be sitting on no bench. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
I hear that, man. You was like, I need to get in where I fit in, basically, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Hey, all right. Um, Ohio, what is that like weather-wise?
Oh, weather-wise, you definitely get all four seasons. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
So
the
you getting that snow and all that there, right?
it's trying to snow right now. You know what I'm saying? It's howling. Halloween is like rain every year. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. You getting it, man. That's what, to be fair, it's been kicking up some. I think there's some kind of crazy storm over here in the UK at the moment. Storm Adrian or some kind of foolishness. And there's some big winds and rain still. So yeah, man, I feel your pain, sibling. I feel it.
Yeah, yeah. The weather definitely bipolar over here.
It's not factor mine. As long as we don't get no crazy ass snow, it's all gravy. As long as you can get in the rides and go about your business without too much disruption, I'm fine with it, man. I'm fine with it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So when we get to high school and stuff, um, no, not even when we get to high school. What are we listening to musically as we're coming up? Try and give me that evolution of your musical your musical tastes.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was fascinated in anybody who could put something together in the art form.
Hmm.
I being in the Midwest. I was back then the West Coast was real big, like Brother Lynch, Spice One,
Yeah.
E40, Be Legit, Sebo. Um, I was even listening to Crime Bars, UGK,
Okay.
definitely 8 Ball, MJG, and then it just kind of just like when evolved, and I acquired a taste for a lot of artists. You had Master P and all of them Hot Boys or whatever, and then you had us, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and then that's when they made the dream like real. They
Yes.
had had everybody in Cleveland like, yeah, man, I'm from St. Clair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So all right then. Talk about that experience then and that time when Bone, not that the first album when they signed with Ruthless and there was Major. What was that experience like for the town then?
Man, shit. Just think back a few years whenever the LeBron brought us our first championship. That's what the city was like.
Damn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So I take it that then inspired many locals to say, yo, maybe I can't spit as fast as them brothers, but I'm gonna try a little thing, man. I'm gonna try and do a little rapping thing. Did we see like an influx of people like, yeah, man, I'm a rapper now, man?
Um, More so where I'm from, everybody play their positions. I'm not no dope boy that got money and just all of a sudden I rap, but you do have you some street cats that can rap, and just kind of merged over. But everybody played their position like either you could or you couldn't. But then we not just Bone, we had Brothers for the Struggle, we had MC Brains, uh the Leverts, you know what I'm saying? So we had a lot of talent that come up out of here, but then they just kind of blew the roof off the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, in a major way, in a major way. All right, all right. And as you said, you brought up Sibo, Brother Lynch, and all them there. So I think for that kind of time period, I think most people were, once you've had a taste of one coast or one artist, you then, you listen to your Spiggity, Spice, your Two Shorts, and then you start, you hear a little Ghetto Boys or some Nip or something, and it's like, okay, what's going on down in Texas, man? You know, you hear that there, so I can see where you was going, man, and where you're coming. um, talk to us about the move then. So we're in Cleveland. What made us jump down to that H?
Well, like I said earlier, when my parents had got divorced or whatever, that's when my stepdad was, and he was more like the breadwinner. So it's like, even during the separation, it was still like through the holidays and birthdays, Western Union pickups. You know what I'm saying? And go get you something nice. And I'm like, oh shit, it's still, you know what I'm saying? It's still
Mm.
like hope on this end. So and shit, like you say, I was in a group back then, um, called Decipher Criminals or whatever. And when I brought it to their attention, I was like, man, you nigga, you going to Texas, man? If you blow, nigga, bring us with you, and shit. I was like, I had no idea that the independent uh, platform was like how it was. We just knew Rap a Lot was the number one empire.
Yes.
So when I got there, it was just like shit. All this, you know what I'm saying? Like it started from karaoke. You don't want that. Maybe I'm moving too fast, but yeah,
No, no,
basically,
no. Stay where you go with it, sibling. Go with it, man. As you say, it's karaoke. Come on, elaborate a little bit more on that, there, man.
yeah. Karaoke in the garage. I went to. Of course, I ain't know nobody off the top, so I met everybody during school. I met the young Ro from the color changing clique, and then we'd be in class fooling around and shit, and we we was kind of like I be fucking with
Uh-huh.
the females or whatever, and he was more serious, and he was like, damn, this nigga right here, this nigga got a binder on his desk. You know what I'm saying? hey, you mind if you rap? I'm like, yeah, I rap. He like, you mind if I check your shit? I'm like, yeah, you can read it or whatever. So he'll read my shit. He was like, man, actually, you pretty good, man. I could tell you got something. He was like, but you know what I'm saying? Where you from? I said, I'm from Cleveland. He was like, yeah, I knew it was something different. I'm reading your raps. He was like, you got something, but down here we ain't really talking about no killing and robbing and jacking. We talking about these swingers, 84.
Yeah.
We players down here. We polo shirts and then so that was the first run, and then I got kicked out of Westbury and ended up in CLC where I met D Black, and then
So wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me just slow it down a little something right there. So what you're telling me is, sibling, that Mr. Nobody, aka Young Ro from the color changing clique, was peeping your penmanship and was like, yeah, man, just switch it up a little something, you know what I mean? And you're gonna be onto something here, man.
yeah. Hmm.
So did your relationship grow any further after that, before you got kicked out of the school?
Yeah. It was like every weekend, your house, my house, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He had the computer and the mic set up. Like that was the pre production area, and
Mm.
my shit was like, okay, we got these two microphones and on the karaoke. We gonna dub, we gonna record one, and then we gonna pop in another tape, and then we gonna dub our vocals. you know,
Shit. That's some old school jewels you dropping right there, man.
yeah,
So
shit. I mean, go ahead.
is there? I mean, I might be lost still, but I got a lot of your, y'all content. I don't remember hearing a row and a little flex track.
Oh man, that's yeah. It was Young Road before it was nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you go back and check the credits on the Time to Play album, the Skills to Pay the Bills and Chickens, Young Road was on them two songs.
Right, yeah, man. I'm gonna go back and peep that there, man. 1,000, man. 1,000. Okay, so we get kicked out of that school and we go to the next school, and who did we meet? Sorry.
Yeah, D Black.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, D Black got something big going on. He got the joint venture, I believe, so with Big Pup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So take it away, sibling. So what happens? What happened when you link up with D Black?
Shit, I was. you know, I wasn't at the, I wasn't at my peak just then.
Okay.
It was still like, still like a little steak, you know what I'm saying? A stuffed steak, bell peppers and onions, you know what I'm saying? Just just barely getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of when I met D Black, I was like, oh, okay, this nigga done set the bar, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And you know, like Young Ro taught me one thing about the slabs or whatever. Dan D Black, he was like, yeah, these princess cuts and these baguettes and
Yes.
this the Byzantines, and I was like, okay, okay, so yeah. it, after that shit, that's when I came into my own basically.
Right, right. Okay. So, and at this point, are we meeting outside? So we've met Ro. Is Ro making his way into young Ro, I should say, just to be clear.
Mhm.
Is young Ro, is he making his way to the color changing clique with Chameleon and Niam?
Not so soon. No.
Okay. So he's still doing his thing on a artist development kind of come up thing, right?
Yeah, it was basically like we had the same opportunity, but he chose something different to do on initial invite to the big platform, and then not really seeing that the direction, that the possibility of where we had to go.
Mm,
And then it went from going to the studio one time to going every day but never jump in the booth, and then all of a sudden you hear the beat for knocking pictures off the wall playing in the background, and then the CEO just like, hey, you got something for this? And then you like, hey, yeah, I got something for it. And then and
classic. Knocking pictures off the wall.
yeah, so it took everybody by storm. It was like, okay, we recorded this song. Like maybe a month or two later, it was on 97.9 on Crumpet or Dump It. Know what I'm saying? Which
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. So it went real fast, and then next thing you know, it was signing contracts and Sony Records and shooting videos for BET. So it was it was kind of too late. It was like kind of like a little bit too late to get back on board. Because Straight Profit was already built before I got there. So I was like the last of the Mohican. I'm like, well, I don't want to bring a whole bunch of people off of my little boat on the
Yeah.
ship. Know what I'm saying?
Mm. Because it was so I guess so at this time, so who Straight Profit would have consisted of what Youngster, Woods, Grace, Rowe, uh
And not so well, not so much wrote at when I first got there.
okay.
Um, yeah, yeah, a row, that boy Grace, R.I.P.
Yes, Rise
Um,
in Paradise, man.
uh, you had Wood, you had Trey D, you had C Now from Alabama, you
Oh
had Cool.
shit, see now the golden child, I forgot about that, brother.
Yeah, you had him, O&E, uh, Kool Aid, uh,
Lil James.
Lil James, Pooh Bear, Lil Fee, uh,
Lil James
Free.
go hard, man.
Yeah. He, he he another one set the bar for me. He was locked up when I came to the camp, but I heard a lot of his music like on Block Bleeders compilation. I'm like, man,
Yeah. Hey, sibling, that Lil James, brother. Is he still produce, creating music and stuff?
him matter of fact, I forgot Solo D. Him and Solo D got a couple classics together. I don't know, I don't really just
Yeah, yeah.
as much, not you grow up and you grow apart. Everybody got their families. Not that there's nothing bad in between. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But
I'm gonna see if I can try and get the hook up and see if I can get in contact with Lil James, man. Because Yeah, man. I remember some of them bars, man. I remember some of them bars specifically, as you say, from that Block Leaders, man. He was going off.
Yeah.
All right. So how did we actually get linked specifically with Din Din and Straight Profit? How did that scenario take place?
Well, me and Young Roe actually had a group. Me, Young Roe, his brother Silk, and Lil E from Angleton. We had a group called Creek Connection. Uh, um, we was determined, whatever avenues there was. We went from talent shows with Wicked Cricket hosting them, or
Yes.
whatever. We was there, and shit. Young Roe came with something like, "Hey man, they having a little seminar at the Radisson Hotel, shit, we on the bus line." And so we popped up, and we was at the wrong we was at the right place, but for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? These was all grown men that had companies and was trying to uh, see how to dot their I's and cross their T's, and we was there like, damn, these young cats here. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we met Din, and he was like, shit, what y'all doing here, whatever. And we like, shit, we trying to get on. And so we popped in the demo or whatever, and he was like, "Shit, we'll come to the studio. Come to the studio tomorrow."
It was that quick.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they knew. I guess they knew we wasn't there for no reason. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I know long ass music seminar. Excuse my language, but
Ah, do what you're doing, sibling. This is parental advisory, you heard?
already, man.
Okay, all right then. So, um, at this time, had Straight Profit released like Block Bleeders and all this before you'd met Den, or am I jumping? Has any albums actually dropped on Straight Profit when you linked up with him?
It was like Block Bleeders was already dropped apparently. Uh, we were still in the process of working on Youngsters Project, and then I want to say Wood dropped his, and then maybe Grace dropped
Grace,
his,
yeah,
and then I think that's when Zero jumped in. I no, we had dropped the TYP Part 3, which was supposed to be
Throw
my
Jump,
new.
yes.
It was supposed to be my album, but I was fighting the charge, and I thought they was gonna revoke my probation. So I was like, well, since I ain't gonna be able to perform the project, no way, you know what I'm saying? Let's just fucking make it a TYP project.
So that Throw Jump players, what was the consistence of that, or the artist on that there? Was that
Um,
just you, youngster, and
the primary artist that played the part on that youngster he was on my single. No, the TYP Part 3 didn't have a radio song, but he was on Sweet Lady. It was D Black was on there, Young Road, Zero, that boy Grace, T Pop, Din,
mm,
uh Pooh Bear, Young Key, Lil Fee, uh Solo D. Mostly everybody I knew, cause like I ain't want to be like I ain't had no budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't know any of the screwed up or artists personally. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, hey man, I want you to hop on the song. So I just carved my own lane pretty much.
you two was who was close to you, the artists that were close to you on the label and all that there.
Yeah, and people who I went to school with.
Yay. So that's all right. So if you didn't have that issue with the Laos, that would have been your first project then, in essence, right? That'd have been your first
Yeah,
major.
yeah, the TYP Part 3.
So technically you got two on that, that's that Straight Profit then, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I need to go back and listen to that three one. Definitely need to listen to that three. So at this time, Straight Profit is has just burst onto the scene and it's making some hella noise, and every release is getting better and better. Um, Describe that period of time. What was that like from you obviously then joining the label, and seeing how quickly records were made and stuff. What was the vibe like, and how was the adjustment process kind of thing?
It was like it was like the borderline. It was like jumping in the game on some 95 type shit and then quickly transitioning into the new millennium. It was like it was like you went from hanging up another nigga's posters on street corners to actually being in the spotlight, with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was like we did everything. We thugged it out ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We was our own street team. We was our own security. Uh, we went everywhere, whatever city we went to. We went to the hoods. We kicked the big pull-ups and you know, chill.
Mm. That was an independent. That trunk money, man. Out the trunk money.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't nothing better, man. You see, we talk about this a lot when I'm talking with the artists, how the differences of now. I mean, today, in this 2020 thing, it does have its pluses in regards to the instant availability, to get in contact with your fans potentially or artists, and to be able to just get content out literally straight away without too much of a financial investment. So in that respect, it's good, but you take away the physical interaction. You know what I mean? As you're saying, you're putting up to the hoods. I'm talking about with posters, maybe with tees, with CDs, promotional CDs or whatever, and people can see, oh shit, that's them from Straight Profit. Yeah, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? All right, yeah, yeah. I see these brothers now. And I haven't just heard them, and I'm not just supporting them, but yo, they've come to my hoods. You know what I mean? I've broke bread with them. You know what I mean? We've had the pull ups, we've had the smoke outs, or whatever. You're attainable. You're not just out there talking the shit, man. Man, know the thing when they see you.
Yeah, yeah. I hate the new shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like just dropping the album and having no marketing promotion. Just you just drop your shit in the store, and the motherfucker walk in the fucking sound waves or something, and be like, what's new? Oh, it's out there on the back wall over there. All the know what I'm saying, or all the new releases on up front. Know what I'm saying, on by the register or whatever. Know what I'm saying, and you got to pick and choose. Like you got to look at the cover and look at
Mm.
the featured artists on there and be like, hmm, that boy got Kiki on here. That boy got H.A. K Poke on here. Okay, I might give it, but shit. You know what I'm saying? You got so many people that's doing music today. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be like, yeah, this my shit right here. You know what I'm saying? And like and shit. Once again, I was having the situation. I was incarcerated when Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that shit came out. So like all the people who probably was checking for
Mm.
Lil Flex when it first came out, probably like, damn, this nigga ain't got no Instagram. Know what I'm saying? So I missed that whole little wave, and then like came home like, oh shit, they got a PayPal and Cash App and shit. Motherfuckers don't carry cash no more. So it was like a whole new thing. But me, I'm still that beast that like to get out there and meet and greet because that's just one of my attributes. You know what I'm saying? I like to mingle, talk to people. I don't like just being being enclosed and you know what I'm saying. That's just I don't like that claustrophobic feeling. I like to get out and get mines.
Definite, man. Meet the people in it, man. Look a man eye to eye, or look a woman eye to eye, and have that interaction. There's nothing better than human interaction, sibling, as you're highlighting. This distance learning or distance building thing. It's cool. It's cool and all. Don't get it twisted. It's
It's an
convenient.
advantage. It's definitely an advantage, but I don't want to sit up and play on no keyboard and keypad, waiting on the response. You know what I'm saying? I see you right then and there. You pop trunk, got the slab out on the set. Hey man, you want to check me out one time? You know what I'm saying? And shit that open doors for other things.
Indeed. Indeed, sibling. It's opportunities, man. It's opportunities, and as I say, nothing beats human interaction. Um, it's an interesting time. I think if you as an artist, if you can utilize both options, um, marketing is without saying is a massive part of it, but nothing beats it, man. Nothing beats actually saying, yeah, I'm gonna be at this spot, on this date, doing a giveaway, for instance, or I'm doing a signing of this book or this CD, or I'm repressing this, what I mean, and actually see the brother.
Yeah, public relations. That's definitely key, man. Like it don't even matter how great you is now. Like it's all about the presentation, your promo. You know what I'm saying? Get the team around you, like the vibe and the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like now you got a whole bunch of young brothers that's doing exactly what we was doing when we was young, except we was actually in the studio. We wasn't like in our living room fucking around on Fruity Loops and playing the PlayStation and
Yeah.
smoking and drinking. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the difference though, and again, it's pluses and minuses, but because as you say, today people have you've got, you can just pull out your MacBook and you've got everything on there. You in your bedroom, not doing any. You've created a whole track. You put your verse on there, and you just emailed it to someone, and they're gonna do exactly the same thing. You know what I mean? Put their thing on
Yeah,
there, da, 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 and you've got a fucking track.
right.
They don't know you. You don't know them. The beat is cool. you know.
Yeah, that shit wicked, man. Like the first time I'm like, hey, email me that beat. I'm like, what? You email a beat? No, I'm shit. But prior to that shit, like we never used a Yahoo account or nothing, no Gmail for what?
Because everything was face to face, right?
Yeah.
You made that call, or you made that two-way. You got them two-way pages. You know what I mean? And then you meet at that spot, 8100 block, and the rest is history. Yeah, man. So let's get back to that straight profit era, man, because it was a short run from recollection. It was only what, 3 years or some shit.
Kind of like the end of '99 to kind of like my last. Well, the time to play release was March 2001. Then shit kind of started to fade out like 2002. I'm gonna say the last project that probably was put out was the Balling Underground with Den and Youngstar.
Oh shit! Yeah, 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 yeah. Now at that point, was that an actual album they'd put out, or was these like little bits and pieces of tracks that are out already from before?
I guess when it was understood that we was gonna let the whole we was gonna let the building collapse. We just took little bits and pieces of shit that was supposed to be on certain projects and just condensed everything into one project.
Okay. Can you talk on the if you don't want to get into too much detail, by all means, but what was the demise, man? Because we had something real special, man, with that Straight Profit, and I was expecting a lot more to come, man. You know, I was expecting at least a 20 CD catalog at minimum to be coming the way you was just firing out releases and stuff.
Man, it was a lot to come, man. I mean, a lot. I think we all was looking forward to a lot more to come, but it was a lot of inconsistency. Like unforeseen situation that nobody expected in and out of jail. You can't tell a man, hey, look, man, I got a promising career for you, man. Don't feed your family for 6 months. Just promise me. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
got you. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a man, livelihood. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of people still doing what they had to do to make ends meet until further notice.
So it's just, in essence, what you're talking about is it's this real life shit took place, right?
Yeah.
Life, it's now this is a excellent opportunity. This is a learning moment, I think, and a teaching moment for some up and coming artists who think, you know,
Yeah.
they, they gonna come in this year, man, and everything is gonna be gravy, baby.
Hey, okay, bro.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a long. You have to be dedicated to this thing, man. You know. Also, you got to be real because you will be exposed very quickly, very quickly if you're faking the funk, as we used to say back in the day. um, um, so talking about that last release and working on that time to play, what was that experience like? Was that fun times making that album?
Oh man, it was beautiful but stressful again because I ended up shaking shaking the jail situation with the TYP Part 3 shit, and that carried over to the time to play shit to actually where where shit was starting to get realer, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the production, beats, and the shit that was going on in my life then, it was like, yeah, I like this shit. This
Uh,
the studio got bigger, the speakers got big, more bass and kick in the beats, and
mm,
people
more
coming
knock.
around. Yeah, then you know, yeah, it definitely yeah, it definitely was fun times. You know, we was definitely like in the Matrix then. You know,
Mm.
a,
I what?
a lot of people, a lot of my close by, my close by homies, they were like, man, you was before your time. You know,
Listen, or most of your boys are before your time, man. Trendsetters, I'm telling you, big boss. You see it out here. The whole of that Texas culture, a lot of the look, a lot of the bars, that you know what I mean, has been repurposed by some of these new artists, man, and they're not giving the paying the homage and giving the respect to say, you know where I got this here from? I got it from down south. you know, Shouts out to SUC and even name the people, man, and say, yo, this is the influence. This is where we get our swag from.
I think, I mean, maybe as a culture and a whole, like, cause like I had no idea what the hell was going on really down there in H Town till I got there, like, and it's like, so they probably just had to be like, man, shout out to the whole H Town, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody pouring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But they probably ain't probably know, hey, it's a little O over here. You got TSF over there. You know what I'm saying? It's more. It's come on, go in there, please. I'm
No worries, sibling. All good. You got the little ones and shit, man. Don't even trip, man.
yeah,
Yeah, man. As you say, like so. As you say, little old, little Flex, little James. You got Young Star.
yeah. It's a whole army. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I never, I never expected them to be like, oh yeah, that's a nigga. I clipped that nigga for a couple bars, or
Yeah, you've heard. I'm pretty sure you've heard the bars being regurgitated and shit, man. It's but it's creativity, and also it's you know, um, imitation is the best form of flattery, whether they
yeah,
whether they
it
acknowledge it or not, sibling. You know what I'm talking about?
definitely, they heard it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. This wasn't from the imagination. This wasn't brought forth from imagination. This was brought forth from hearing that day and was like, yay. And that sucked into the subconscious. And then when you was writing, you were like, let me just regurgitate that bar, man.
Yeah,
Let me get that there, man.
yeah.
So give me a classic studio session. Give me one classic studio session that you had making that. Actually, don't. I won't even limit it to time to play. Give me one straight profit classic time using that there mine that was memorable.
Woo, man.
There's
You
too
can't.
many. Too many to name, right?
Hey, every time, yeah. Every time was like the same. The same elements. This. Yeah, that same energy. It never left. On-
Mm.
Only time it left is when the mixing boards. I don't even think it was Pro Tools back then, but when all that shit in the studio lights cut off, that's when the energy left. Next day when you came, it was the same shit.
Yay. Okay. So another interesting question I got, and this is from the outside looking in. Obviously, I'm all the way over here in Birmingham, UK. Um, Straight Profit was that they were making noise, as we've alluded to before, foundational wise. When people think of Texas and of Houston, they think of Rap A Lot Records, but there's not just Rap A Lot. We got Suave as well, who was pretty big as well. You had Rec Shop, you had Straight Profit, and all at the same time, major classic releases were being put out by all of those said labels. So whilst you was on that there, did you get an opportunity to mingle with these other artists, and were these other artists reaching out and saying, "Yo, that project was fucking throwed, man."
Oh man, yeah. I definitely like start developing establishing a relationship with a lot of artists. Like got to meet the great K Reno, work with him, Ronnie Spencer, um, Papa Rule, and so on and so on.
You naming some legends right there, man.
The point blank too. And
Out with the
it took
blank stuff, part two.
yeah, yeah. Southside Grooving, shit, Zero, Crime Boss, man. It's like shit. It fucked me up like the to be actually doing music with people who I grew up uh listening to they shit, smoking weed in the attic and shit. Like,
Mm, jamming that Blankster, jamming that K Reno for real. So all right then. So when you actually did that, worked on those tracks for Bad News Travels Fast, and as you
mhm.
say, you used to blaze to that Get High with the Blankster, and he's saying to you, "Hey, Lil Flex, I want you to jump on this part two, sibling."
it was it wasn't even so much like that. Like he was there when the building collapsed and I was right and he kidnapped me. It was like it was like, hey, bro, look, we going to Mike B's and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The beat was like he set up features for me, and I'm like, damn, it's cats in it's people out there in Mississippi that fuck with a nigga that come down here and chunk a nigga a few PTs and a couple bands for a 16. You
Yeah.
know, so shit, yeah, yeah. Definitely, man. But to get back to it, yeah, it was definitely an honor to be a part of a legacy right there. That song will always, that Southside Groove and that the Bad News Travel Fast, definitely. Oh, matter of fact, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but me and CJ the Gov, one of you know up and coming artists with Blank. We got a little a nice little surprise for y'all. With the
Mm.
my mind went blank joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yay. Looking forward to that, man. Don't say too much, man. You gave them a little
Yeah.
ski taste, sibling. Yes.
Well, yeah, you can talk about it. They just can't picture they can't picture the format, the words, and
Mm.
the art. When they hear it, it's gonna be mind boggling for real. Is one of them.
Looking forward to that, man. Looking forward to that. When can we potentially hear that before the end of this year, or are we looking 2021?
Uh, probably 2021. I don't want to put too much on CJ the Gov. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I don't really know what's his target date, but yeah, we did do a couple tracks together that's going on his project.
Okay, okay. All right. So let's stay there then. Let's stay with the when the building was falling, Blank kidnapped you for a long period of time, got you on that bad news travels fast. What transpired after? What was the, what I mean? What was Lil Flex trying to do to continue the career and shit?
Shit. At that point, I had no idea really. Like I didn't have to connect, so I was kind of like just keeping my eye open for resources. It was like um, Pen and Pixel had shut down. Then
Mm.
then
Is
the distribution company had filed bankruptcy. It was like, damn, I ain't no, I didn't have a personal relationship with no executive producers. It was like shit. You know what I'm saying?
mm. So
And then we was,
when you talk about Pen and Pixel, I take it was they the one that did your Time to Play, because that looked like a Pen and Pixel cover still.
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And that's saying that like it's kind of crazy, but it's saying that like to distinguish the artists from the South, like you didn't question, like you went in the store and you seen a Big Timers BG album cover. You was like, damn, I'm gonna cop that. But that was Pen and Pixel, Master P, the Last Dime,
yeah.
Pen
Mm.
and Pixel, and it just seemed like any cover that was made by Pen and Pixel did numbers.
But sibling, pardon self. Again, being over here, I've got probably about 30 CDs that I copped that I didn't even listen to. I only bought them for the fucking covers, man. That shit's art, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's art.
hmm
In 100, 200 years time, all of them pen and pixel covers are gonna be like Picasso's and shit, man.
Yeah,
The creativity that was brought forth and what y'all were doing um was revolutionary, man. Some of the shit was like real space age type stuff that was going in, you know what I mean?
right.
Oh, so back to you then. Sorry. So you didn't have you were trying to find a link. You didn't have no executive connections, etc.
Yeah, I was trying to find myself doing that shit. It was like the whole bottom fell out. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck. From being on TV to being back on the block or whatever. It's like and all your homies like, damn man, if I had the bread, if I had it, I you know.
Mm.
So shit, it was a crazy downward spiral, and shit, we just continue living life. Shit, ain't nobody who was in my circle give a fuck about that shit. We still party like it was 1999. You feel me?
For sure. For sure. You do what you gotta do, man. Get it how you live.
Yeah, shit. Before it was a career. You know what I'm saying? We were still in the we were still in the trenches, getting it on and doing it big.
Hmm. Hmm. So on a label mate wise, was it a case of cutting can not so much severing ties, but were y'all not kind of conversing and saying, okay, we're all off straight profit. Maybe we should parlay a little bit of money together and come up do like a dual project or something like that? Did any kind of conversations like that take place?
Uh, no, not really, not
Okay.
really. I'm gonna say the last attempt after the Zero versus the World project came out was the Balling Underground. That was the last attempt to try to reconcile and keep everything afloat.
Hmm. Hmm. Damn. Okay. Okay. So looking back now, is that something that y'all should have done?
Yeah, cause we had a dynasty for real. We was like the down south Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, this is what I'm talking about, man.
It was many different. It was everything was coming through, but then you had the astronomical capping. You know what I'm saying? Like you you had your Jay Z's, your Benny Siegels, your Memphis Bleaks, your
Yep.
Freeways. Nobody was the same. Everybody had their own personal identity. And we made music.
Yes. Classic music, timeless
Classic.
music. Listen, all sibling, all from Friday through to today. All I've been jamming is that period, man.
Mm,
From 99 up until 03.
mm-hmm.
And it was the memories. It was an excellent opportunity just to refresh self with some real stuff, man. With some real content, some stuff that motivates, which enlightens, which makes you smile, makes you dance, which incites again. Times I'm remembering when I'm going into town on them journeys, picking up the CDs when I'm listening to tracks. You know what I'm saying? Them journeys to go get the product, to go home and listen to it, to study the whole album cover, who produced what track, you know what I mean? What albums are coming out next. It was a experience, a true musical experience. Whereas you go on your Spotify now and you go on fucking iTunes and shit, sibling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you were like, fuck, all that shit came out like that.
It's yeah, man. So all right then. So we're here. It's 2020. Zombie apocalypse. Shit's crazy. How has this year been for you, sibling man? How have you been coping?
Uh, it's been shit. Ain't no different than everybody else. It had its fun points, had its fucked up points. Shit. I knew people that caught COVID. Shit. Like the shit was like it was like this shit a hoax. You know what I'm saying? And then until somebody that knows somebody, and then now all of a sudden somebody firsthand, and then shit just that with the presidency, the presidential campaign and all that shit
Mm,
going on. So yeah, it's crazy, crazy shit going on.
it's a very interesting year to say the least. Um, and the year ain't even done yet.
Yeah, we still got two more innings.
This is it, mate. And I think was it Wednesday the that important decision is going to be made about this little crazy event that y'all are taking place with.
Yeah.
Shit, man. It's like what? This is yo. I say this all the time, man. Trust me, you ain't getting sick of it. But this is a movie, sibling, right? This is a motherfucking movie, and I didn't get the script, and I'm sure they didn't give you no script, and I'm sure they didn't pay nobody to star in this motherfucking movie, and I don't like it, man. I don't like this motherfucking movie. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hey, after the quarantine shit over with, then we gonna snatch all the good flicks off of Netflix and Hulu. Now it's back to the basic program.
For sure. It's a flipping madness, man. It's an absolute madness. But as you've alluded to, you do know people who have fallen victim to catching the said virus, but everything's blessed. I take it that they're still with us and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Give
Um,
thanks.
thanks to the high, yeah, to the Most High for damn show. Yeah, because the individual who I knew firsthand that had it, they was like ready to lay everything down on some pull the cord type shit. Like I'm like, no, that ain't that ain't what we saying. You know.
Hell no, 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 no. Positivity, mind. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
But you
So
know what? Unfortunately, a lot of people, based upon the fear porn which has been put out by the mainstream media, like
exactly.
if you don't have an ounce of sense, and this is no disrespect, you are gonna feel like that. You're gonna feel like this is literally the end of the fucking world, man. Can't go out. Shit's all fucked up. There's something in the air that you know what I mean. I can kill motherfuckers, and there's all these fucking thousands. It's gonna kill 250 fucking million people and all this stupid shit.
Then the 5G, the artificial intelligence, I don't know shit, man. Maybe I didn't. Hopefully, I ain't say too much, but shit, yeah, man,
It's
yeah.
some not factor times, man. Very interesting times that we're living in right here, right now, sibling, man. Um, be diligent, use the time wisely. In the UK, we're actually going into another lockdown, sibling. We're going into another
What?
lockdown. Yeah, man. We're going into another fucking lockdown for another month or some shit. Midweek. Strangely enough, when the presidential election takes place, I think that's when we go into lockdown.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So they got a hidden agenda.
Thank you very much, sibling. Listen, one and one equals two. There's no way getting away from fucking simple mathematics and equations, right? So when something happens, we can't. They can't say the sky is fucking red and you can look up in the sky and see it's blue, right? This
Mhm.
is just sense, man. We can see it. You blatantly know that there's some kind of fucking hidden agenda in this here. I I couldn't allude and express fully what this agenda is, but I know it ain't good for us.
And then they trying to tamper with the sun.
Shit, with the spraying and shit. And I know you know
Yo,
because where you are, man, because I know Ohio gets it bad, man, with them chemtrails and shit.
yeah. Hmm.
I
You know,
say, go for it, sibling. What are you saying?
yeah, I see, but I don't see. You know,
Hmm.
Shit, like you say, it's not my movie. Shit. Mm-mm.
This is it, man. Be diligent, be wise, utilize time as wisely as possible in these strange times.
Right.
Yeah. So, family is all
Yo,
well.
all well.
What are we saying now then, siblings? So, what are we working on musically wise? When you gonna lace us with some of that dope again?
Um, man, there's been so much going on. It's been like, man, I don't know. Like, I'm working on the Scars and Pain project. It was supposed to be like a, a, a last project, but it was personally dedicated to me. Like doing feature artists with people who I looked up to, not because they the trending topic, but people who I can identify with and just make a classic project on the way out. So it's nothing that I'm rushing to drop, but it could be anywhere from 6 months to 2 years before I get it exactly how I want to do it. But you can't rush perfection. So I definitely want that boy to be smacking. But I'm on a lot of up and coming features with a lot of artists. So you know, just keep your eyes open. Eyes open and ears open as well.
Right. So it sounds like you're working on a biographical style masterpiece in essence. Would that be the best way to describe it?
A few masterpieces like we got Scars and Pain, Memory Lane, the Chronicles of Flakes, with a few additional unreleased tracks. It's just like I got a whole catalog, a whole flash drive full of songs that haven't been heard when I present it. Like, and when you do that? Oh, 6 years ago? Damn, and you ain't dropped. Yeah, it's still.
Excellent point, sibling. Excellent point, and that only reinforces the fact that a lot of the music, I would say 90 plus. I'm talking high percentages. 90+% of the music that y'all produce, created, made, you put that shit in right now, and it doesn't sound dated. I mean, you we'll go back to 92 and shit. That shit's dated. In regards to the sounds, in regards to the content, no. Sounds dated, but the content, no. But I'm talking, you know, the the 90, let's say 97 upwards time. You put that shit straight in, man. That knocks. That knocks. That competes with anything which is in the top 300 or top 500, whatever the damn charts are these days. You know what I mean? I don't pay attention to none of that folly. But how, question is, I'll follow that statement with a question. How are you able to create such timeless music?
mm, I guess just being a true to yourself artist. We was kids. You know what I'm saying? So our imagination was crazy. You know what I'm saying? We had steady pulling rabbits out our hat and tricks up on our sleeves. So we was thinking through. That's and we might have grew up, but we never aged. So and that aspect. So with our crafts, we just constantly thinking through like how to elevate and get better and better. You know, I might have said some outrageous shit that was unbelievable, but I could tone it down some. But you know, maybe tweak the beat a little bit more, and
Mm, yep, yep, yeah. So okay, so because we didn't even get into the age. What age are we when we first link up with? Are we still a teenager when we're on Straight
yeah,
Profit?
yeah, 16, barely like turning 17.
Yeah. So, right, what were your partners saying then when they hear you on the first major release? Are you get is your pager or your cell getting blown the fuck up when when that shit's released?
Man, that shit was, man, phones going ham. At the time, I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and her mother and her siblings and shit. It was like the introduction to it being played on the radio. They, matter of fact, they was calling and requesting the shit. And every phone call after dinner was like, "Oh, that bitch calling your phone. What bitch in it? Oh, you on the road? You fucking them hoes. I hope they leave you straight." I was like, "Oh shit," and I was like, "Y'all viewing it, looking at it as something I ain't even looking at it as yet. Like this just the beginning of stardom." But
So they don't took it all the way Hollywood, like you're gonna have flipping groupies and all kind of things.
I'm like, chill, hold on. They don't even know that it's another person. They still think I'm youngster. So you know what I'm saying?
But okay, that I think I'm glad you bring that up because for the untrained ear, like I remember there was I can't even remember what the track was, but there was yourself, Youngstar, and Little James on there. Now for me who knows y'all, not knows y'all, but knows y'all sounds, I can distinguish y'all, but for the untrained ear, they would think that's one fucking artist sibling.
You got to be talking about got to be everything.
Yes, 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 yes. Classic, classic track.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the bars were flipping out this world, man.
Everybody had like you really had to go into a zone and like just like close your eyes and visualize like we all had our own different aspects. Like to be in the studio, like and see young star on the pen and fall asleep with a cup of drink next to him, and then just like peep over and read what he got on his notebook. You be like, damn. That boy, he was in deep thought. Know what I'm saying? He was going somewhere with yeah, but we all had our own different creativity. It's like nobody was trying to
Mm,
be like another, but yeah, we all had our own. We all had our own little different lanes.
definite. And what was your relationship with C now? The golden child with that distinctive CeeLo style voice?
um, well, see, now I was back and forth from Alabama to Houston. Me and him had this same work ethic. We'll sit up. They'll go out probably to the clubs. Onyx, even if Onyx existed back then, Jamaica,
Jamaica,
and,
Jamaica, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
some shit like that. And while they out in the club, we'll probably be in the hotel room, probably writing and running through cigarettes and shit, drinking a couple
Mm,
beers or something. But yeah, that's and he took to me to, pretty much anybody that did music that locked up with me, you know, on some one-on-one shit, just like yeah, we pretty much got it in and just had a real vibe.
mm,
Matter of fact, I'm on one of his albums that was intended to be a straight profit album, but ended up coming out on Gorilla Records. The song is on now, so I don't know if y'all caught wind of it, but it's a throwback to some on some classic shit.
Okay. No, I'm gonna peep that there. I'm gonna peep that there after we wrap up, most definitely, because I don't think I got anything from C now apart from the features.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, I definitely have to go digging, and that's another boy I'm gonna have to holler at, to get that boy story for shiggity. Hey, so age range, you and little James and youngster, are y'all all three the same kind of age range or?
I think it was like 18, 19, 21 or some shit like that. Uh, uh, you know, 17, 18, 20.
Right, right, right. Okay,
I,
okay.
I don't know. Me and never really get to that shit. We just got homeboys. We don't give a fuck how old they
Yeah.
is.
It was shiggity, and if he ain't getting no birth certificates and shit.
Yeah, but it was like that though. I think I know I was the youngest. I was the youngest. Then James. Then Youngstar.
Okay, okay. You still got a relationship with the boy and them from State Prophet?
Actually, man, Youngstar, we got a nice little song. It's not a knocking pictures off the wall kind of song, but it's something to be like, damn, them boys and what I'm saying, they done jump back in the lab and it hey, it was like definitely speaking of experiences and the aspects of being from a third party, like being in the limelight and then to come in converting and being on the side where they at, hearing the whispers of what they thoughts and the woulda coulda beens and the shouldas, and so just speaking on shit and kind of just like cramming the shit down their throat pretty much.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Looking forward to hearing that, definitely. So, is youngster still putting in that work?
uh I don't talk to him on a regular, I think,
Yeah.
it's I know he did his thing.
Mm.
I done heard a few joints that he done, and then what he did for me, I'm definitely impressed. I always look forward to hearing, music, from people that inspire me, to hear them on my shit. I'll be like, yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Definitely, man, definitely. And talk about the influence of DJ Screw when you arrived to Houston.
Yeah, I'll be alive if I said anything different, because I was a big twister head, crucial conflict, adrenaline rush, do or die
Whoa.
poke. Hey, so I was like, man, I like my shit fast. You know what I'm saying?
Right, 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 right. Okay, okay. I'm feeling that shit, sibling, because I, the artist you just named, the group you just named, Psychodrama, obviously, we can add to that
Yeah.
there as well. Yes, I'm definitely feeling it. Um, but yo, that 3 in the morning, that
It,
three in the morning part two.
hey, like they had, like, I see why they called it screw though. Like they had to drill that shit in my head. Like I had to riding in the car with a couple different cats, and you realizing ain't nobody listening to no Twister or none of that shit, and it is what it is, and all you hearing is pop in the great cassette. So cause the south side finna wreck. Hey, you like, okay, all right, this what the fuck it is. You feel me?
Yay. For shiggity. So
Yeah,
I didn't even ask you. So when you got to Houston, were you was on the south side then? You wasn't on the north, right?
yeah, I was on the south side.
Okay, okay. And for when you got there, what was the tension between the south and north? Had all of that kind of died down when you arrived, or was that still kind of?
I had no idea that it was. Well, actually, I'm lying, because I went to a like alternative school, CLC, where people from all sides of the fucking city went to one school. I don't know how the hell they managed to pull that off. It was like you got motherfuckers from Studewood, Acres Home, Fifth Ward, Trinity Garden, uh, uh A Leave, South Side, Southwest, South Park, Sunnyside. I'm like,
Sunny
man, what?
side, yeah, yeah.
And it would, people click with motherfuckers from everywhere. But then when that one sudden day just transpired and it's about to pop off, it's like, shit. But yeah, the tension was thick. It wasn't like, oh, I'm finna go on. I hated this shit though. This shit was stupid as fuck to me. Like, I'm like, man, they tripping on the side of town. Know what I'm saying? I'm from a place where we can't even walk a couple streets over. Know what I'm saying? Without losing our life and shit. But
Yeah, yeah, because was it in Cleveland? It's not Crips and Bloods, is it?
I mean, everywhere you got your Crips and Bloods now, but it's more like territory
Yeah.
banging.
Mm. Just normal set business, set tripping kind of thing.
Yeah.
Man, okay,
Now
okay.
it ain't no, oh, you was wearing the wrong color in my hood. Oh, you got the bag. You
Mm,
pull up at your mama house with the bag. Let's see
mm.
what your mama got inside the house. You feel me?
Ruthless motherfucking folk out here, man. We need to try and change that mindset, man. Of course, we need to get that paper, but it shouldn't be at the expense of people who look like us. You know what I'm talking
Hey, definitely,
about? Shit, but
definitely not.
hey, sibling, it's all about growth and development, man. And sometimes we gotta go through the muck and the mire, and
To help somebody else come through it.
this is the motherfucking thing, you know. So it's honors, man. I can't say enough honors for painting vivid pictures and not, just talking the reckless shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, don't get it twisted. I have, in my youth listened to that wild shit, but I could still understand that, yo, this is their story. This ain't my story. You know what I'm saying? It sounds cool and yeah, 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 but like, do I really want to be doing that shit? Hell nah. And do I want to be in a penitentiary with I mean, you can speak on that, sibling, man. Is penitentiary living cool?
No, not at all. It ain't cool. Um, you do discover that some of your most brilliant people are down there doing life sentences. You be like, fuck, like I got somebody like showed me the formats of how to critique my my grammar and everything like that. And I'm like, damn. And you would never even think that they had the capabilities of doing that. And then it's just like, it's another world. It's another world inside of it's a jungle inside of a jungle, most definitely. But man, it's sad to see so much potential and things like that go down the drain from not even grown men, but like babies, man. Like people just like want stripes and just want like just killing people for nothing, just to say, hey, look at me, I did it.
It's they've trained our community very well, sibling. They've trained us very well, and we've unfortunately allowed this to take place. It was very subtle. Um, there are people who saw the sign straight away and were saying, "Yo, we need to be a bit careful with this year, man." But through experience, through time, most definitely through experience, because you can talk to a youngster these days and try and give them game. Um, they ain't hearing that shit.
Nah.
They gotta bleed, man. They gotta go through this motherfucking thing to. Oh shit, that's what the old head was talking about. Ah, okay. you know. So trustfully, our youth don't have to go through too much of the muck and the mire and the trauma to realize that, yeah, this fucking street life bullshit. Yeah, no, It's, it's a means to an end. That ain't life.
Yeah, it's yeah. You hate to be like, down. I see what mom and dad was talking about. Like now it's like, I can't put my hands on you. I can't whoop your tail. Know what I'm saying? I had to let life beat you up, like, and that's what's happening to our new generation. They being misled, and then social media was being televised, and the propagandas that they um implementing is it just got them all misconstrued.
Definitely, man, definitely. And to just to circle back to what's happening now currently over in the wilderness of North America, and this presidential um, situation. One of the people with a crime bill in 1994, and he's been on television asked, and the people have asked him about it multiple times. He's happy that he did that there. He's happy that he said, I'm going to disproportionately lock up young black males who are, he didn't say super predators like Hillary Clinton, but you know, he's saying that we're the worst of the worst, and man, these local youth who are in the cities can't be rehabilitated. And it was as a result of that 1994 crime bill that has so many black youth in there, as you say, with so much potential, which is now gone because they've got these three strikes foolishness, or they're doing 20s and football numbers for
Mm,
stupid shit.
yeah,
And
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 then
and they and we're talking about, or America's talking about electing this demon as a president.
huh, yeah, it's crazy, and then it's not until you get into the shit, like, ain't nobody on the outside studying laws unless you want to be unless you majoring in criminal justice or something, and then when you get in the county, and then you're like, oh damn, this this crime right here that they say I committed carry 599.
Mhm.
Then the shit started to get real to you.
Yeah, real facts, man. Real facts. Every action has a consequence. We got to be real careful, man. We got to be moving very, very careful and not be um, triggered by what we're seeing. I mean, let's just look at it social media wise. Since we've been in this zombie apocalypse, the major, depending on what you're looking at, whether you're on your Instagram or your Twitter or whatnot, we're seeing a proliferation of original folk, black folk being brutalized on camera by law enforcement. And
Right.
then that's for some people, they were blissfully unaware of the fact that black people are being, in essence, modern day lynched on camera, and the police are doing it, and there's no repercussions for this shit. It's forcing people to kind of realize that, there's a lot of equality that is taking place. We thought that stuff was different, you know. People aren't being hung from trees anymore. Well, it's just that they've just advanced the game.
And not suicidal, not next to a fire, not next to a fire station out in public where everybody can see. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a few people here and there in the bedroom or in the basement of their own home, but I ain't no hell no, that ain't. And then everything rules suicides.
Hmm? It's interesting, man. I think we as people, as humanity and mankind, we just need to do the right things, man. We can't allow this to be taking place. Nobody should be brutalized by the police. Nobody should be denied an opportunity just because they've got a quote unquote ghetto name. All of these stupid things that are taking place now in 2020, when we're supposed to be driving around, flying around in fucking jets and fucking cars and shit. You know what I mean? With automated robots doing all our work. We ain't got none of that shit, man. We got motherfuckers over in, you know what I mean, across in different continents who ain't got no fucking food, sibling. Food, clothing, and shelter should be the most basic thing. But yet we got trillionaires and billionaires and all this fucking madness.
Yeah, it get deep.
Some trippy shit, man. Real trippy shit. But lighting it up. Pardon self. How can the siblings get hold of you and the listeners? What's the best way, social media wise, to get in contact with you?
On Facebook is Flexamil1X and 1X2Ls, and then is at Flexamil. No, is at the real Lil Flex on Instagram. Shit, you know, shit. Matter of fact, you can hashtag wildlife. You can pull up me, any of the artists on the wildlife label. That's hashtag WIILDLYFE.
Okay. So you ain't even touched on that, sibling. So wildlife, that's you?
Yeah.
So Mr. CEO now.
It's more of a brotherhood, Just
Conglomerates.
mm,
Give thanks. Give
I,
thanks.
don't, I don't like the title of CEO because even though it is chief executive officer, it's still I'm the boss.
Mm, mm,
I
mm,
Yeah, so I like to give everybody their own equal opportunity. I don't want nothing of yours. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know, it,
hmm I hear that. So artist wise, who are we signing? Are we signing Cleveland artists? Are we signing H-Town artists? Are we going nationwide with this thing?
um it's one person who been down with me since the very beginning, before it was even a thought. We was uh, uh eating ramen noodles together, sitting on the bunk waiting for the next commissary. My dude Super, you know what I'm saying? At THA Real Super, the Real Super. Um, yeah, so it's just people who I've been close to, who I know solid. We done been in situations where I've been outperforming, or the club promoter try to slight me some change, and they get physical. Oh, I know this brother ain't gonna just watch me get stumped into the ground. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. Down
Yeah,
a real one, man. You're talking about a real brother right there, right?
yeah, for real. Just me and him back to back, the whole club. You know what I'm saying? A situation of throwing hands with one person turned into a whole club. Just no cell phones, we out there in the woods, no connections, no nothing. Just drove the whole way to the crib, just leaking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And
Yeah,
just
man.
like,
That's a true friend, and you know what I mean. For Shiggity, man. Honors to all the true riders, the true down from day one. Um, brothers out there holding it down, holding each other down. That's what we got, man. If we ain't gonna help each other, sibling, who else is gonna help us, right?
right.
Shit.
Cause we all know everybody want to help take something from somebody, but who gonna help uplift? You know what I'm saying? That's was what we got to instill, man. We was going somewhere nice with the Lift Our King situation. Then it's like somewhere along the lines we lost the fighting power that we had once we seen we was getting nowhere with the Breonna Taylor situation, man. And man, we still, even if we can't get what we want from them, we gotta give each other what we deserve.
Facts. Absolute facts right there, man. Absolute facts. I'll make sure I'll put links below to all of the social medias and your brother as well. I've got three things before we wrap this build up, sibling. Three things. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this one. Is everything cool with you and Flipner?